Welcome back to another subscriber analysis video. All the things there you can see are the things which I'm going to be analysing, talking about and reviewing. And in this video we've got a 158 kill game on Underground, of course with a ZK from LaflourNN, if I've said that right. So let's get stuck straight into this video. Of course, as you can see straight away, smokes, aggressive play, high FOV and high sensitivity. So straight at the start of the game, he's going to be pushing the enemies coming from their spawn flag after his team has instantly captured B flag in the middle of the map. The main things I'm going to be picking out in this video from what I've seen so far is going to be inefficiency and inconsistency caused by over-aggression, and this is going to be in things which I'll point out, such as his use of smokes and reload management. But straight here you can see perfect threat identification. Aiming first at the center head glitch, instantly checking left, checking the first door, checking the second door, and then finally checking to the left. This ensures that he can see any enemy at the earliest possible time and ensure that he has the best chance of winning any gunfight. Now, moving on to the next clip here, you're going to see really good use of his ammo count. You know, he's not over-firing at different enemies. He's making the use of that 30-round magazine, getting multiple kills, and, you know, therefore having really good ammo management. Now, here comes the first example caused by over-aggression. You can see here, you know, everyone knows how much of a choke point this is, how many explosives and how many enemies are watching this one entrance. As soon as he throws this grenade, look, he can't fire back. He's already out in the open and before the grenade has gone off. There's so much time there where he can't shoot back or fight back against any enemy. He's pushing out while throwing the grenade, and you know the grenade's gone off. The smoke grenade's gone off way too late. You know, it's irrelevant. He's just made himself vulnerable and made himself an easy target, not being able to fight back. In that case there, he needs to be throwing that grenade and waiting for it to go off first and then pushing. Now, pushing back towards B flag, you're going to see in a second, if you look at the minimap in the bottom left, the flag is being captured by the enemies. There's no teammates to the left of the flag, and he's going to run up, not checking left, and is simply going straight to the right. So again, by being over-aggressive, it's just, you know, forgetting to check certain corners, and in that case there, he's completely ignored the majority of what is the, you know, more of the flag to the left, where there's clearly on the map there could be loads of enemies because there's no teammates there, you know, distracting the enemies there. Now here we have a good use of the shielding, the four walls, to attack this enemy. However, you will see, again, over-aggression, jumping, exposing his whole body in the doorway, where here he could simply stand on the side and lean around just to check, giving the enemy his full body there to aim at, again, just caused by being over-aggressive. And you'll see, again, very shortly in just this next clip here, an example of the reloading. He's going to reload while sliding around a corner where there can be multiple enemies on Underground. You can see here, he cannot fight back against any enemy there, and, you know, therefore, you know, he's going to die instantly in that case. You've got to reload first and then move around the corner to give yourself the best chance possible of winning the gunfights and staying alive. Now, of course, here I have to interject and say, as we just move on to a really good clip with plenty of kills, everything I say, of course, is not going to be all negative. There's so many positives in here. It's a 158 kill game. There isn't that much to pick out. But of course, as a subscriber analysis video, to provide him feedback as well as all viewers, that is what I'm going to do. And this isn't a case of there's anything that's out the range of his ability. He's more than capable of doing anything and everything that anyone can do in this game. The main things I'm pointing out is just inconsistencies created by that over-aggression. And there will be good examples later on in this video where he's using good reload management and using the smokes properly. And as you can see there, being confident enough to take on that last enemy there with 5 rounds remaining in his magazine. He knows 5 bullets there is enough to get the kill, and he was doing that throughout the whole of that clip there, taking on multiple enemies without, you know, thinking to reload first, which is normally quite a big problem with over-aggressive players. Here you can see 2 quick clips again of things caused by over-aggression. 2 enemies are going to run past him here in the smoke, but over-aggression, normally, you know, you're thirsty for kills. He's ignored the enemies that you've just run straight past. The enemies have seen him and they've come back to kill him. And yeah, so straight in here again, another thing with smokes. Look how far he pushes out before the smoke goes off. any enemy can peek on either side, or a sniper can one-shot him in the head from the back of the map, which there always is. You know, there was no need there to throw the smoke. He's not able to shoot back while throwing the smoke either. Again, so it's just those small things. Throw the smoke first, wait for it to go off, and then you're much less likely to have enemies be able to see you and peek you. Because if an enemy can see you, and then the smoke goes off, the enemy can easily track your movement through smoke, as many expert players will know. Here, pushing B flag, picking up a few kills. What you're going to see at the end of this clip, again, is going to be just, again, it's over-aggression. That's the only main thing that is the problem. You know, there's a guy who's a support guy, as you can see in a second, who I think has a shotgun, and, you know, he's got the range here on the guy. You can easily attack him from the top of the stairs, but he's going to slide straight down. You're going to get into the range of the guy with the shotgun, and there's those two people there as well, which he's exposed himself to, and makes it a 3v1 gunfight when he could have had a 1v1 gunfight at a more favourable range if he stayed at the top of the stairs and exposing, you know, half of his body rather than all of his body to multiple enemies. Now here, absolutely perfect shielding here. He's got two walls up here standing in this corner, and is therefore able to take on multiple enemies, you know, with really, really good cover and protection. Now, super short clip here. Target prioritization has been affected by being over-aggressive. You can see both enemies on the screen there, and I'll replay it in a second. You know, he's got cover against the train by the guy on the right. If the guy shoots him, he's got cover. So he should be going for the guy first on the left. He looks at the guy on the left first, but then turns to shoot at the guy on the right. The guy on the left kills him. So again, that's just being over-aggressive. You know, and again, it's just target prioritization. That's the problem in that scenario there. Straight into the next clip here, pushing through a main doorway choke point, throwing the smoke, not being able to shoot back, and the smoke, you know, potentially causing inaccuracy there because it blocks the target which you're aiming at. And, you know, if you shoot more bullets there than you need to, you're going to come out of the smoke into another gunfight with possibly not enough ammo to win that next gunfight. So, again, unnecessary use of smoke there, making himself vulnerable, not being able to fight back. Minimap there on the bottom, not checking the left, and, you know, the left there is where the majority of the flag is. There's no teammates there clearly on the minimap. There could be loads of enemies. So again, all linked to over-aggression. So I'll show one more clip here as one more example of reloading around a corner, and then we'll get into some positives. I hope people don't feel like I've been overly harsh and criticizing, because we need to show some positives as well for people to also to see and to replicate. And, you know, make sure that, you know, he's got 158 kill game, but the reloading around the corner here onto, you know, one of the most populated flags, you know, throughout the entirety of any underground game. Always people watching the top of the stairs or running up and down the stairs. So reloading around the corner onto that flag really is something you're not going to get away with many times. But what you can see here is absolutely incredible fast aim, you know, locking onto targets as soon as he sees them. You know, really good use of the magazine and super accuracy. Literally getting kills within a few bullets, maximizing the amount of potential kills you can get per 30 rounds of the ZK magazine, you know, and hitting almost every single bullet, you know, and just instantly killing enemies, as you can see. And unfortunately here at the end of the clip, going to get killed by an enemy shooting through the smoke. But in the next clip here, you're going to see some really, really good examples of, you know, using of cover rotation, but also the reload management, and not reloading around cover, but actually moving towards cover to reload, so that he's, you know, not vulnerable while reloading. And again, this is something he's doing well here towards the middle to the end of the game, but it wasn't doing well at the start of the game. So let's rewind the start of this clip here where I can just show these perfect examples, and let's get straight into it. So he picks up the first kill here, pushing straight into the corner there to then pop back out and take on the second enemy. Stopping still in the middle of the smoke there to get enough time to reload before pushing out. And moving back into the box in the center before again pushing back out. Moving on into the next clip, we're going to see him here pushing A flag with the enemies coming from their spawn. And I think a better rotational play could have been to move up into to the left of the screen into the houses and get a flank around the back of the enemies. Right now, the only place the enemies can spawn in terms of the flags, even though they're capturing C, is A. And he's going to stay completely out in the open here with all the enemies pushing from this spawn directly at him. And as you can see on the minimap, he is the only one. Another example here of smoke, just a millisecond here, is causing an animation glitch, which is, affected him potentially getting a kill or two there. So unnecessary with the smoke. But again, supreme accuracy all round, but potential better rotational play there to go around the back of the enemy spawn and use close quarter areas where he can outgun anyone. Now, next clip, more over aggression, and I'm going to let it play before I speak through and explain. So let's see if you can see what the issue is in this one. So as soon as he shoots, the enemy knows he's there and he's in a gunfight. He throws down the smoke, making himself vulnerable while pushing out from cover as well. The smoke blocking his vision of the enemy. He's reloading in the middle of a gunfight. The enemy can push at any time, and the smoke covers the enemy coming out from the cover, and he didn't even know where the enemy was. So that is, again, multiple examples there of all the things I've explained in this video that over-aggression can cause. And you can see, again, exactly in the same clip, throwing the smoke down while the enemy's right in front of him, and the enemy's shooting at him while he can't shoot back. And now we're going to see the final two clips giving a really strong finish to the game, pushing him close to that 160 kill mark. And you'll see as he pushes onto B flag in just a second, again, another perfect example of cover rotation, using cover, even if it's just a head glitch. I know people hate head glitches, but that's what exposes the least amount of your body possible and allows you to take on multiple enemies and multiple gunfights. And again, using the shielding, being up against at least one wall, rotating around the other side to be able to then take on the other enemy. And that brings us into the final clip of the game. LaflourNN has got it all. He's got all the key factors, whether it's shielding, threat identification, positioning, centering, leaning, recoil control, just accuracy, everything. However, super fast-paced, aggressive gameplay can cause inconsistencies in all of these factors, whether it's reloading around corners, throwing smokes too early, or not checking corners. So main thing is you've got to just slow down the pace a little bit. Everyone knows how hard it is sometimes to spawn underground. Some unnecessary deaths can waste valuable, precious time and minutes per death. And just taking it that little bit slower can give you more time to get more kills because you're spending less time in the death screen. Please smash a like and please read the top comment below.
Yeah, I've been running and running to keep it 100. It's all that I wanted, but lately I don't get the stomach. The higher the summit, the harder the plummet. They know me, I'll